This is a Kramer Focus 3000 I bought in Victor Morrison Glasgow a couple of years ago in bits. It never had a scratch plate or a tremolo in it. I think it had some sort of Floyd Rosey type thing in it, and the frets were all knackered, so I had to replace them. So I made a super strat out of it. P90 in the neck, a fat something with a P, I seem to remember that being. That's a genuine Strat 74 pickup which I found, put a gold cover on it, and that's a Dean splittable humbucker, a Dean, I think it was from a Dean Cadillac, I bought it on eBay, and that there is a piezo bridge which was not that expensive. I think it was about 30-40 quid, something like that, so it wasn't the Fishman £200 thing. Aye, so metal scratch plate, all four different types of pickup. Right, these switches here, which I kind of copied off a Schecter Strat, which has got these three pickups, but they do different things than what they do on a Schecter. Right, so if you basically putting the switches in the middle, they're all off, and if you put them all down like that in that direction, it just turns them on, sticks them through the main output here, nice and easy. Right, so that's the acoustic. Right, haha. So, volume for the magnetic pickups, volume for the piezo, a master tone which does the lot. That there is one of those 4-stage overdrive preamps you get, but it's the battery's flat in it, and I haven't changed it, so I'll just avoid that. But basically, whatever you can do, you get 4 stages of distortion I can put on as well at the same time. Right, it's got a secondary output, another XLR stuck in here. Don't know if you can see it. So this bottom switch, this is clever. In the middle, it's off. You put it to the left, it puts the piezo through the main output. If you put it to the right, it puts the piezo through the other output, which means you can stick it into a PA and you can have, like a full range acoustic sound. Acoustics never really sound that good when you use electric strings though, and obviously an electric amp. So if you had acoustic strings on it and stuff, it'd be great. Right, that's that. The humbucker, the bridge humbucker, the 2 states, that if you push it down, which is not normally, that's it on as a humbucker. If you put it to the other side, it's a tap, so it's a single coil, just taps it, in the middle it's off. The other 2 pickups, the neck and the middle pickup, if you push them, obviously left turns it on to the main input, right, don't do that just now, but it routes it to the bottom switch, which is the piezo switch, and the same with this one, right? The thing about that is it means that when you're running things through that, I can actually send the acoustic pickup, obviously I'm not actually doing it just now, right? Send the acoustic pickup, but when you mix, it's always a bit twangy, whereas if you stick in, you won't be able to hear it in this video, and I cut my finger about 10 minutes ago cutting up, making spiced onions, so I can't actually play full chords. But generally if you mix in the magnetic pickup with the piezo, it gets a more of a nicer sound. It's not as... Again, with the video in that camera you probably hear that. And the same with the middle pickup, which I can also route into that alternate output as well. So, actually I can't even explain it, it's that hard. Right, so you can stick that, if you stick that into a PA, that's the piezo going through the PA, right, and then I can stick the P90 in as well with its own volume control to mix between the piezo and the thingy for what's going into the PA, and at the same time I can have the electric pickups coming out of this thing, so I can have electric coming through that, and you can have any combination apart from the bridge pickup. Because it's got a tap on it instead of the root on it, it's always that output, but it's just the 2 positions are humbucker and tap, whereas in these ones you can either have them going to the electric or going to the piezo output. The distortion thing, right, it's on all the time anyway, so yeah, this guitar's absolutely manky. The strings have been on it for about 2 years. They are elixirs though. I don't know if you can see how totally manky it is. It's just been sitting over there getting smoked at and covered in crap for ages. relatively easy onto an acoustic key. As well. Obviously you're probably not going to hear that much of a difference. I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to see it this time last, but I did this video about 5 minutes ago and it was all blurry for some reason. But so there you go, 1986, I think it was 86 I worked out this was. Right, so if you want crazy wiring, there you go, I'll hold it up. There's your 4 switches, volume, overdrive, master tone, volume for the piezo, XLR output to another thingy. Right, happy wiring.